This way forever. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
With us today, we got my man Bars in the building. What's good, Bars?
Yeah.
What's good, man?
How you doing, dog?
I've been chilling, man. Trying to stay warm out here.
I feel you. It's getting cold out here. It's getting break out here.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Getting break.
It is. Yeah. But listen, man. For those of y'all that don't know Bars, man, it's a very special, independent artist, man. We heard it. We played his music a few times on the show. We got some. I'm a big fan. Don't know much about his music, but I know like from the songs I've heard, this dude is dope though. So for those of y'all, what happened?
Go ahead.
What happened?
Go ahead.
All right. So for those for the people who don't know you, you know what I'm saying? Tell us, a little bit about yourself. Like where you from? What made you inspired to be doing music? What's your classification? Tell the people who you are.
All right. Well, my name Bars. It's still weird saying that. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina.
704.
I'm a junior here in North Carolina Central. I've been doing music since 2008.
What?
I started making beats in 2008. I didn't start rapping until 2010. My biggest influence is probably my dad. He was doing it like in the 90s. He was like a DJ and a producer, and he was doing everything before I was even born. So I just picked it up from him, and I just he's basically sat me down and he was just like, figure it out. And so what my sound is now is just like a mix from like the 90s music that I listen to mixed with like trap music from now. So I just try to be original.
That's what's up. So how does your writing process go? When you make your music, where do you get your inspirations from when you start to write?
Man, I get inspirations from so many things. I get inspirations from people, food, whatever I'm watching on TV at the time. Like the you sure?
Yeah.
Like the mathematics joint that I made, I just had a sample and I had some drums, and I was thinking about something that I had heard. Somebody had said, what's the mathematics? So I looked it up, and I was talking about supreme mathematics. So I called my dad, I talked to him about it, and he put me on. He was like, basically supreme mathematics. You gotta look it up yourself, because it's a lot, it's deep. So
So you done? I don't want to touch it from you. I always snatch it. If I'm sharing on mic with somebody, I'm like, snatch
it like a savage.
Snatch like a savage. But no, so the mathematics joint was hot.
Yeah.
In terms of what sites can we expect this on? A couple questions actually. Hot New Hip Hop, does they promote artists and things like that? So what measures are you taking to promote the track? Because the track is dope. My favorite line is, I'll be in the cut like for Rockside. Hey, you gotta say it for me though. You gotta say it, because I don't know how to say it right. It's, I'll be in the cut like for Rockside, I'm bubbling.
Don't be embarrassed. When he don't ever get words right on a song, he never gets words right. Never.
Go ahead.
How the first verse start? Speaking them creatures, notebook is full of them creatures.
Okay.
No more speaking to cretins, it's beatings instead of greetings. You fishing for trouble. Got them coming back on the double like peroxide. Stay in the cut, I'm still bubble.
Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. So, in terms of it's knowing
yes, sir.
First of all, how does distribution work of your music? You know what I'm saying? Because I know you have a SoundCloud.
Right.
But in terms of promoting yourself and putting it on these different websites, how does that work?
I'm really still working that one out. I haven't gotten it out there. I know people who do their own blogs, and so I just try to get it to them and get ears on it, and then just try to get feedback from it, and I just take that and try to do the next best thing based off what they give me. So
okay, I feel like that's what's up. My question is, have you heard Mos Def Mathematics? And it's a track inspired from Mos Def Mathematics on his debut album, Black on Both Sides.
I actually, before I wrote this song, I listened to it. No, matter of fact, I listened to it after I wrote it, so I didn't want to try to I didn't want to listen to it and then get inside of a box and try to make the same thing that he did.
Okay.
So I just listened to it after I did it, and it wasn't the same at all.
No. And that's not a bad thing though.
Yeah,
I don't want you to think, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's Mos Def. I wasn't I'm not up there yet. I don't think I can make the same song as he can.
I see it though.
Yeah,
I see it. You give me,
definitely see it.
You do give me a Mos Def vibe. I'm not saying that you're copying, but Mos Def has a certain style and flow it's fire, and it's one of those bars where you have to listen to him and it kind of either rewind it back or look it up to understand the meaning. You know what I'm saying? And you come with that certain type of flow. So I definitely see like Mos Def in you. And speaking of Mos Def and all these artists, who are your musical inspirations? I know you said your father was one.
Right.
Right. Is there anybody in the game, past or present, that influences you?
Yeah. Let's see. Anything from the '90s, like Biggie,
Yes, sir.
Clan, Tupac. I'm more of a Biggie fan,
Mhm.
you know, but you know it happens.
I like this guy already. I like him already.
Ninth is a big influence. Ninth Wonder is a big influence.
Wow.
Jamla, they whole collective over there, the way that they make beats and the way that they just engineer everything. Their producers are dope. Their artists are dope. It's just it's a dope collective over there. So I listen to a lot of their music to get inspiration. I'm a big fan of Gucci Man. Like, I guess just because I'm from the South.
Gucci Gucci's fire now. Don't sleep on Gucci. He get out in March. Don't sleep on Gucci now.
Gucci is like responsible for, I want to say, the whole trap scene right now. But that's probably another conversation we can get into. But Gucci Man, Jeezy, everybody from the South.
Yeah.
Just everybody, man. I listen to everything. I try to get what I can from anywhere that I can get it. So I just sampled like a Frankie Beverly and Maze beat today.
Oh, okay.
So I
Cool.
just try to do what I can.
Which song?
What song was California? That was
Oh,
Look at
that's what's
California.
up. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm in. Well, I wouldn't say I'm in Collegiate 100 yet. I'm a prospective member, but I was at the Arts Beats and Eats that was
Right.
sponsored by us,
Right.
and I noticed that you perform, and I'm like, okay, he performed here, he killed it. But like, have you had them in other places that you perform? You know, like what are some other places you've been?
I did the Pinhook. I didn't do it this year. I did the Pinhook last year. They do the showcase. It's an annual thing. I wasn't able to do it this year. I did that last year. I did the Wild Out Wednesday thing. That was the most recent thing I did here.
Mhm.
And other than that, I'm really still looking for things that I can do, like open mics and stuff. I think they do open mics at the Pinhook, but I gotta look into that and get all the specifics on it.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. One thing I like about you, Bars, is that you believe in yourself, and that confidence is very radiant in your music, in your presence, in the fact that you actually perform. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many people that's like, I don't want to perform, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. I like how you're not afraid to take those chances and put yourself out there.
Right.
Where does that confidence come from? And are there any times where you're just like, damn, I'm nervous? Or like, where does that confidence stem from within you and your music?
It's mostly just practice. Like I was writing for 4 years before I ever recorded a song.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time I had got to the microphone, I had knew what I was able to do and what I couldn't do.
Right.
And I'm still like learning that today. So I think the biggest thing just comes from practice and putting myself out there, like you said, like opening my work to interpretation or reviews or
opening up your own doors.
So there you
So
go.
I feel like that's nice. My next question was, you know how certain people, it's not for them. You know, say this like people want to sing and they can't sing, or
It's a
people
whole lot
wanna,
of them.
It's
I put them out there. It's a whole lot of them out there. You know, it's a whole lot of them. I ain't gonna put them out there. You know what I'm saying?
How can you? What would be your advice to those that are following their dream? Maybe they're not gonna. Like, I'm trying to formulate the question. Basically, how do you know when somebody should either keep working or try a different hobby?
Hobby. I feel like if you can look out there and see, like, I don't want to put a number on it, but like if it's a whole bunch of people doing the same thing you're doing, the same exact way that you're doing it, then you might have to like come at it a different way or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I think the thing is now that everybody's getting famous or getting a lot of views off the first thing that they do. So it's not a lot of practice going on. It's just like, boom, listen to my first song ever that I ever made. And so I think people should get more practice in before they jump out there. And that's where the separation lies. You got people who just doing it and they don't really take it seriously, and then you got people who really trying to do it who really take it seriously.
All right, man. Well, listen, man. We're gonna keep it locked here with Bars. We your student information station, Channel 9. This is the Juice. Keep it locked.
I seen your girl post her BM, so I hit her in the DM.